Oh, hello. Hey, guys. Hi, Love Tea. You're on mute.
I know.
There you go.
Sorry, I was trying to type in chat. But I was literally typing "shut the front door." I allowed access, and now I can type in chat from StreamYard.
There's just two of us here, and I think it's just me and you. So we're just
I'm
gonna
fine
do
with
a live. We're just gonna do our live research session.
I'm fine
It's
with
just
that.
me and you.
But I did it. So now look at that. Look, no, we're not. We've got other people in here. Kay Brace and Betty Dan
Betty
Boop
Dan Boop
say
is here, and my
they
mom
say
is.
they say hush.
Hey,
Uh,
Grace.
we're in
Thank you
for
for
it.
being here.
But y'all, hold on. Look, let's test this.
I'm
Let's
sorry.
just
What are
do
we testing?
let's just do the sunglasses. If anyone else had a really long Tuesday, here we go. Chat.
Oh, jeez. This can only go well. This can only go well.
Tia's research, it says
Awesome.
live research chat, but I was going to say with LSP providing commentary, but I haven't figured out how to manipulate StreamYard yet from my phone. But look at that chatting.
To take a page out of Shift's book, if y'all need me to slow the chat down, you just let me know. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Hi, friend. So good to have you here. Thank you for being here. Aussie, you beautiful creature. I'm so glad you're here. Um, we are going to be talking about Rachel Morin, the woman out of Bel Air, Maryland, who went missing and found deceased Saturday and Sunday.
Went missing
And
Saturday, found it. She didn't, right? Wait,
yes,
missing Saturday, found.
you're right.
Ew, there's a bug. Okay.
Focus.
Mm-mm.
Focus.
You want me to focus when there's like just like six of us that I'm okay not being as focused around?
My
Or
puppy is
focus?
crying. Why are you
Well,
crying?
I have a bug that's chasing another bug up the
Is it
screen.
bigger than Dash?
About the same. Dash would probably run from it. Oh, wait, and it flies. Yeah, let's get that.
Do you fly? Zoom, zoom.
Not as well as I would like to, and not as frequently.
You're like, I'm kind of high, but I don't really fly.
A
Hi,
little
buddy.
bit.
Sorry.
The, some that. Oh,
Hi.
remind me that I needed to send you not only the link that I shared with you earlier, but I found another one, and then I added it to my notes section. And my question was, "Is this a Chihuahua?"
Um,
Hey, so okay, everyone's here for the group meeting.
for the team meeting, Tina used to have chihuahuas, and one of them would actually talk. Are you serious? That's hilarious. I would love to hear that story.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
And five,
goodness.
six, seven, eight. No worries at all. And I feel like I haven't seen you in a hot minute, but I've
We're
kind of
just
been
glad you're
MIA.
here. We don't,
I
I
know.
mean,
I feel like I feel
honestly,
bad though. I've been MIA kind of on YouTube recently,
We all have.
unless it's something that he is like, okay, can you function enough to do a live? I'm like, let's do it.
Well, in all fairness,
So,
I haven't been functioning very well. So
but I'm so glad to see y'all, all
I
his
know.
favorites. I
We
mean, it's
really
a
are.
given.
We're very grateful. So Rachel was 37 years old, 5 children out of Bel Air, Maryland. 5 kids. I'm taking notes while we're doing this. Kate did a live this afternoon. Um, hey, look at that Aussie for 5 months. Look at that. Thank you. Um, Kate did a live this afternoon, and so I guess I'm just gonna let the cat out of the bag. Like, this is a local one for me. So when I
I've
was,
even been there or
yeah,
around there. Yeah, I've
you've
been
been
there.
around there, yeah.
I've been around there.
Um, so when Kate was talking through her live, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a recon mission, and I'm gonna run over there because when I say this is like right there, it's right there. Um, so I did. I did a little recon mission,
Hmm.
LFT, and we went over to the trail where this girl went missing and took some video footage. Unfortunately, I would love to show it to you, but it's not the greatest. So I'm gonna redo it tomorrow. But the point of me going there, and I will show you some pictures that we did take. The point of me going there was to try and get there around the same time that she went missing, and I did. Um, Me and I don't know, 500 other people, the news, the police, they were all there.
But yet Tia
Um,
was like, I'm only going like 10 feet. I'm too nervous to go any further. And I was like, this is the safest day of ever to go. But but she's going back to get better footage
yeah, I'm going back
because
and
I
I'm
was just
going,
in her ear.
well, and the other thing is there was a creeper guy, I'm not going to lie, that I had a little weird feeling with. And he's on my video because he kind of came close to me, like a little too close for comfort. When there's only 2 people on the trail, he was too close to me. And then he swerved away, and I got him on video, like running away. And I was like, weirdo. Um, by the way, when you see him on video, and I will show him at some point, he's not a jogger. So he's my
See,
suspect number one.
I saw him like before, like when you were going up to say, when I was like, can you get up, zoom in on the map? I could see him. I don't know if he hadn't started recording then, but I'd already seen him behind you. And I was like, he's fine. Just was starting walking, and now he's starting his run. And you're like, no. And I was
Mm-mm,
like, fine, go
mm-mm.
ask the cops. Go ask
Nope.
the law enforcement if they need water, coffee, Gatorade, whatever
And I
they need.
did. I did. I went over
I
and
know.
asked them if they needed anything, and they thanked me. And I was like, listen, if you see some creeper with his hat sideways, and he's trying to be like the media, and his name's JLR, I was like, just run him over in your golf cart. No, I'm kidding. I didn't say any of that. But I did look for JLR because I was like, I wonder if he's going to show up here. You know, heels in the air, feet on the ground, whatever the stupid shit is. I've heard cases where the person returns to the scene of the crime. It was weird. So we're going to show you some. We're actually going to research live at this one, but we'll show you some videos that I took. But first and foremost, we're so sorry for the loss. She is a beautiful woman who had 5 kids. No life insurance. There are several, I think there's 2 GoFundMe's. Her sister, Rebecca, just lost a baby to SIDS literally days ago. Days ago, lost her child. And then her sister went missing and was discovered later. The area is a really nice area. It's a very nice, it's a weird area as far as like totally populated. Hey, Johnny, thanks for being here. Look at you. We're going to have to I need you guys to go over to Johnny's and support his channel too. He does a couple lives a day and they're so sweet. I just love him. So make sure you guys are subscribed to Johnny R. Kramer. He's just a lovely guy. He really is. Anywho, the Ma and Pa Trail, it's the Maryland and Pennsylvania Railroad, used to be a railroad that went through. They tore up the tracks and made it a bike trail, hiking trail, whatever. And it's all over. And it's not connected yet to each other. Like the trails, you can't, there's several called the Ma and Pa Trail.
It's not the Mod Podge Trail.
No, not the Mod Podge Trail. No.
Or the Ho Chi Minh.
Not the Ho Chi Minh either. Mm-mm. And all famous, there's a chance Tina was like, where's that leash? Stop it. I am going back tomorrow for any stalkers that are out there.
Law enforcement, if you want the coffee or Gatorade, put your order in now.
Now's the time to ask, because I will bring it with me. I'll bring my Gatorade, my water. Listen, the cops I talked to were really nice.
Yeah, I like that they were just chilling in the Gator.
They were totally chilling. Mm-hmm.
They were like, it's hot as fart out here. We're just out here patrolling. We've taken everything we need, I would hope.
To be fair, K-Brace, that was one of my questions. I'm not sure what she was found in. Color of clothing makes a big difference, but I will tell you that the ground cover there is pretty thick. So if she was off the path even 5 feet, you could walk past and not see her. The weird thing is there's neighborhoods all around it, woods, it's very thick woods. But there are neighborhoods that are literally right there. So any noise whatsoever, somebody would have heard something, I think. And I don't want to speak for Kate, but I know one of her many theories, one of her many working theories, is that maybe she was dumped there. And when I pulled up to the trail, there's a parking lot. It's actually an apartment complex parking lot. And there was so many people around when I got out, and the news was there. So I went, they were finishing up, and the newscaster, the little, whatever you call him, chickie doo, came over. She was parked right next to me. And I was like, hey, so exactly where was she found? And she told me about a half a mile down, and they didn't have any new suspects. When I asked the police or the sheriff's office anything, I mean, they were so stone-faced, they gave nothing away. Nothing. They were like, nope, nothing. And I still tried to persuade with Gatorade, and it didn't work. But here's a cool thing. Like, if there are any updates or press conferences, we can go.
Yeah, as long as they happen in the next few days. I want them to like have information soon.
Yeah, because I'm traveling soon.
But that. No,
not that this is about me and my travel plans at all.
No, but I just meant like it seemed like, just given the atmosphere that I witnessed from you being there today, it seems like it's like they're keeping an eye, like basically just kind of monitoring the area. But there
are cameras around.
There are cameras, but they're not, like staggered throughout the trail, at least. Well, granted, she only went far enough till it was like, okay, I'm putting her back in the car seat. I cannot do this kind of deal. But you know what I mean? Like, it didn't seem, it seemed like just observe, you know what I mean? Keeping an eye on the area.
Mm-hmm.
But that they had gathered.
In the very small parking lot I was in, there was 3 sheriffs, 1 sitting there, 2 in a Gator. And I think there was more as you walk down. I only went maybe 20 yards in, and it's completely covered, like canopy covered. Like you can't see above, you can't see next to you. And it's quiet. Those leaves and everything provide a very strange quiet. And it's also running water all around there. Um, so no, K-Rays, they were like, oh shit, get out of here. There's a crazy lady. You should have gone to the game, Chris. Dicky shoes.
Dicky
Hi, friend.
shoes. I've been at
Um,
Tanner's all day. Bryce was being such a bitch. I was just like, God, every time.
um, so tomorrow we're gonna go down and we're gonna film, the walk down there. I was considering doing a live while I do it. We'll see about that. Oh, hey dog. Um,
Seriously,
it's a
take
weird area as
Dash
far as what?
take
Layla?
Dash with you when you go. Take Dash with you when you go, 'cause that thing will bark and just annoy. I wouldn't be worried about anyone coming close to you.
He's very loud.
You
For a
think?
Chi Chi, he's very loud. He's a loud little boy. And he does not like anyone messing with me. So there's maybe we will take him. We'll see. We will see. Uh hold on. Hold on a second. Um T, I gotta go mute for 1 sec.
Okay. Okay, that's so funny. I was about to say, Connor's uncle. See, I'm waiting for Connor to get back in town because he, what, like, it was just me and Tanner. I mean, well, Tanner and Bryce. Now it's like I'm ready for Connor to come back into town. Good to know that y'all been hanging out. I swear to God, that one's never gonna get old to me. Dookie shoes. When was the last time something crime? I don't think. I think it's been a hot minute in the area. Within like an easy, super quick drive for someone like Tia. I don't. I mean, I think you think more of more metropolitan areas. Um, Tia would obviously have to answer that, but I would say rarely, if ever. Let's see what else I can answer on her behalf. Now's y'all's time to ask any questions that y'all want real answers to. All eight of us. Um, it is really sad though. But I have to say, Tia, like she drives, so I know, like where the current alleged boyfriend lives, it is, it's like a 3.5 block walk. Not implying that he has anything to do with it, just the proximity to where I think her car was parked actually in the lot where Tia parked, and I need to ask Tia that when she's back. Though Dollars to Donut says that she can hear us right now, just can't chat yet or respond. Um, but I want to say I don't think I'm wrong in that. Um, and it's weird that she'd be like thinking about it because I was able to catch part of Tia and Kate talking this afternoon or earlier this evening, and it's kind of weird that with how populated that area is, for her, say if something had happened shortly after she had started her walk, that it would take that long to find, you know what I mean, to find her. Um, but those are just my thoughts. Amazing, Tia. Like, let's see what else. When was the last time? Can you say anything about her having her friend? No, but that was the question I had as well. I wanted, because you've asked the two questions that I was like, Tia asked me earlier, did I have any questions? And mine was more about the specific location in terms of where the remains were found or where she was found. Um, but your question about the phone and kind of like actually any kind of personal belongings, be it clothing, electronics, what did she have on her, and where were her keys? Like, were her keys to her car on her? I wondered that. Tia, I hope you're writing this stuff down.
No, I wasn't even in the room. That's why I said I really had to. I got a text and I had to run out. So I'm really sorry. Did they say anything about her having her phone or where it was located? Yeah, no, they haven't said. They're very closed lip about it.
So that too. So I would assume I just asked too because I was like, actually, like even her car. Because okay, first of all, was she parked like the little lot where you parked? Is that where her
Mhm.
car was? Okay, so that's what I.
Yes.
Okay, all right, I was correct in telling y'all that. And then my other thought was like not only her phone, but like her car keys. Were those found on her,
Hmm.
or were those? I
Purse,
agree with
car
you.
keys. I don't know that I don't know yet. Hoping to find that out. But we do have pictures of the area, her house.
And she's not
Um,
far either.
no, no, she wasn't far. She's only 3 miles, and
But
it
I told
was
them
super fast.
that you rode by where the alleged current boyfriend lives, and
Hmm.
it is like a super, I said like what, 3.5 blocks, like a super
Yeah,
easy stroll. Not that that means that he necessarily has
straight
anything to
shot.
do with it, but I mean, it's literally a straight line.
So, actually, prepare yourselves. I'm going to show a picture of her. She's a stunningly beautiful woman.
He butterfly
Um,
kisses.
this is her. This is she. Can you guys see that? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
let's see. You can see it, right?
Yeah.
She's a beauty. I'll give it a couple more I got.
How very Bel Airish.
Actually,
I mean, in terms of the other Bella,
yeah, that
areas.
could be. That could be right off the trail. That area. She is very pretty. She's very pretty. I'll show you. There she is. She's really pretty. Um, and her boyfriend of 20 minutes is this guy who, I'm not gonna lie, the first time I saw him, I was like, is that Robbie? Is that
Shut
same
up.
Robbie? I did. I was like, what the hell is
Oh,
Robbie doing? Things have changed.
all I
Things,
know is that is not mommy ramblings next to him. That's the one thing that I will say right now. That is
no. And to
not
be
him.
fair,
Not.
God love Robbie. He wouldn't know what to do with that mess. He'd be like, oh, you know what? I'm lying. He totally know what to do with that mess. He would know everything to do with that. High risk. Thanks for being here. No, Robbie would,
He'd probably be like,
she'd be madly in love with him in 2 seconds. I don't know what I'm saying.
well, that too. And I think he'd be like, the picture with her with her drink, he'd be like, hey, we should have waited probably 24 more hours before we went out and actually took photographs with your new lip injections. They're a
But
little.
I mean, but can't you see Robbie standing next to her and like the vision of beauty that would be with Robbie standing next to her? Be like, that's a lot of pretty in one picture. That's really not fair. That's really not
Yes.
fair. So I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you with nonsense. I just wanted to show a picture of her. Let me try and you keep talking and I'm going to try and
I'm pretty sure I was thinking, talking more nonsense than you were. I don't even know what I had said before that. Um, but they had only been dating for a little while, and
mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like I told my first gut instinct right this second, and I haven't had the chance to dig into it today like Tia has. But my gut instinct is that obviously I think people are wary of the boyfriend, 5 weeks or however many dates or whatever it is that they've been on, or how long they've been hanging out. But my gut is like, I don't know if he's necessarily the one. It kind of goes back to what's her not Broussard, how everyone thought her boyfriend or fiance had done something and it wasn't. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But like I
Whoa,
said,
what was that?
I don't know, but I just hit elbow
That
on
was
the
a
counter.
really loud noise.
Yeah.
Shifty. Hi.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello. You said that
Um.
like, hello, Newman. You be nice to our
Mhm.
Shifty. We love her.
Oh no, that wasn't.
Hello.
So sorry. That was not at all. Sorry, that came across wrong. That's not what I meant.
I was like, hello, Newman.
No, I meant to go
Ex-husband.
hello.
The way you said it, that just cracked me up. Okay, I just got a picture of her house. I'm trying to pull it up.
I was
Her
going more for like that episode of the OC when I don't know Sandy. What's his name? The cute Mary, the Cohen boys, like the Cohen family. When he came in and she's all pissed at him, and he goes hello, but it's not that anyone's pissed. I just like when he walks in and he actually pops a grape in his mouth. I just ate one, so I was like hello.
I'm going to show you
Ex-husband
a
maybe
picture of
sick.
her house. Her
Is it
house is
all?
really,
Is it the same dad for all five kids?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm
That's a
waiting
lot
for
of
this to
child
pull up.
support.
This is her little house. It's really cute. But I was also a little bit surprised. It looks not lived in at all.
I feel like it's
Um,
kind of the property because the area is so built up around her
it
commercially
is.
that it's like
Yeah.
one of those where I think the land value for her right now or for the family is,
Yeah.
but there were only a few houses towards the end of the block, right? When you were going down.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
there's maybe 6 or 7 houses on that road. Um, but so what I was saying about the area, and I'm going to try and pull up a map of that, is that it is the trail itself is like a canopy and all wooded. However, it's surrounded by a lot of different neighborhoods that are really close by. Um, I'm trying to do this live is just a terrible idea for me.
No, it was either that or you had to talk to me the whole time. We were just like they're live. Um,
Let's try. Well,
but
you're
it was so. I mean, for someone who was, I was in what like Tia when she got out of the car, like in the parking lot by the trail, and then her getting back in the car in terms of passing where Tobin, where he resides, the area where he resides, it really was like 3.5 blocks straight line, and then within what an extra five, maybe you just sit at one light a little bit longer than you anticipated, but
I
like
did.
within like 5 minutes you were in the area of her neighborhood
I'll
and
show you.
the
Yes.
commercial area. So it's all pretty.
Also, I keep saying this, and and LFT keeps going, yeah, fine, whatever. Um, the place that she was found is called Heavenly Waters. Does anyone else find that weird? I think it's weird. LFT is like, whatever. I know the grass is cut. It was very neat and tidy. It was very neat and tidy, but it just didn't have a lot of personality. There wasn't anything in the yard to say kids lived here. It didn't look like anyone lived there, to be honest with you.
Does she have a minivan by chance? Do we know? You don't know, dude.
I mean, I stalked today, but I didn't stalk that much. There wasn't any cars in the driveway.
I would like to think that her car was still, within the
A
possession of
rat.
law enforcement.
Hello, David.
Right?
Yes, always better late than never. We
When you think?
appreciate you. How is it across the pond, friend? It's either so safe that there's someone who wouldn't worry about it, or it's a really, yes. Okay, so let me share my screen and pull this up for you because it really is a very safe area. It's a really nice area, but it is surrounded.
Oh, I was gonna
What?
ask, have you heard? I was going to ask to piggyback that question. There are some reports in terms of social media comments about maybe some homeless activity within the area. Does that sound legit to you? Not that
Yeah, actually, yeah. I mean, there's homeless everywhere. So in that particular area, I'm not sure. I mean, it's certainly possible. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, that is the backside of the town, if you will,
I'm trying
where
to
I took
zoom in.
you.
Okay.
Uh, I was trying to do this. There we go. There we go.
Okay. So in terms of that red dot, like you would have walked, like us looking at our screen right now, you would be walking towards our avatars, right?
Yes,
Like when you
this
got
would
out
be
to your park.
walking.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the trail right here. I went down to about right in here where it got open, and then I was like, nope, because all of this is close. I mean, as you can see, like the trails, it's thick brush, but these houses right here. I mean, there's houses. These houses right here. Can you see my mouse at all?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Totally.
so there's houses. Are you being for real?
Do it again. Yeah, I see your mouth.
Okay, let me.
No, there really are houses, and you can kind of see through. I don't know. It kind of remind me of like Lyric and Devon. Remember when
Yeah,
we were driving that back road? Like it's like you can see the house, but like you can tell in the warm in the summer, spring, like the undergrowth, even around like any pine straw or anything, is thicker,
yeah.
and so it's just it's a lot. It's much more dense, but you can
So
kind of
this
still
is
see through it.
yeah. You can well, it was tough at some points. This is where I parked right in here. This is where the police were they were riding the gator right here, and then there was a posted police officer here. Um, and I just kind of wandered down. There's also this whole thing right here. If you can see next to the trail is all water. So it's like a stream or a river that runs through there. You can see the houses, the backyard bumps right up to it. These apartments look right on to the trail. I'm guessing these all have cameras here as well. So when she pulled up, whoever pulled up with her, if they pulled up, if they didn't meet her down there or if they followed her, I would probably guess that between this area, they have lots of cameras. According to people I talked to today, she was found about a half a mile down, um, under a bridge-ish area, like a
Hmm.
culvert. I'm going to walk down tomorrow and video or go live, one of the two. We'll see, depending on how it is and the heat and all the other things that go into factor here. We're going to
So
try and get some
will you?
tunnel is a perfect spot to.
Can you show where the remains
Yeah.
like
Hi,
near to your
exiled
face?
one. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Hi,
Hello.
exiled one. Thank you for being here. Welcome. It could be the thing is she did this. She went for her walk around 6:30 p.m. And that's when I went to the trail tonight. And it was pretty light. I mean, it was very sunny. It was very, well lit area. Um, I a lot of people around on a Saturday
Like us.
night, so I'm really confused.
Hmm. I mean, it to me it felt no different than me going for a walk or a run on the Greenway. Like,
No.
I mean, at least here, you know, in North Carolina, like the greenways, the path, like the bike path, everything. And
Hmm.
especially in the summer, like where it's light out and you would probably there's no way she's the only one out there, on a walk at that hour. I wouldn't. I'd be surprised.
You know what? I'll
Hmm.
play the goofy Zoom video that we did.
So here is the
Um,
note.
huh?
for everybody. If you record a note for people, if you are recording a conversation on Zoom and you happen to be using your phone when you're doing it, if you talk, it stops the camera footage
It does. It
on
do.
the person. It just, but it didn't do it in terms of, like, it never did that when
Not in real
I
time.
saw everything,
Just
not
so
in
that
real
we
time,
know.
just for the record.
I'm pulling it up.
So it wasn't like I was seeing it go LFT on the screen and I was like, wow, every time I talk, I can't see crap, so I'm going to keep talking. I didn't know.
No, she just yammered away. No, I'm just kidding. Hang on. Let me. Can you see that?
It's
Do I
probably
have that
mine.
up?
No, sorry.
Oh,
I'm thinking I'm
it
having
is
an
you.
audio issue. It is me. Sorry. I'm going to fix it.
Squish. Thank you for telling us. All right, I'm just going to play this. You're going to see that we were talking back and forth, but here's me pulling up to the parking area. That's the police there, the sheriff's office. We can see LFT has had a lot to say. All right, so this is me walking, getting ready to get on the trail. So you can see just how busy it was, yet one, and two, how light it was, and the canopy and things like that.
Until I talk and it goes dark. It's going to go dark in a second. Wait for it.
Yeah, that's her missing flyer right there. And this was just the trail. I was trying to just get a picture. She's like, can you get a picture of the trail? I was trying to show how close the parking lot was to the trail. And that's her missing flyer.
It's like watching the worst movie when
my
someone
God.
hits pause every 4 seconds.
I know. So this is me just wandering through, but I wanted to show you that's how close. So right, LFT, right there is, I'm on the trail. So you can see all the cars, you can see all the apartments right there. And then as I go down, you're going to see, this is the entryway into the trail. So a half mile down from here. Oh God, this is annoying. I'm going to have to stop this. A half a mile down from here. That's me pointing at the houses and also the brush. The water, I think, is what I was showing you there. Good Lord, what are you saying?
I don't. For the record, I don't know. I'm talking and
there's the creepy guy.
But he wasn't creepy. But y'all didn't see it before. But apparently I talked. But I could see him.
Yeah, he
He was
walked
coming up
up
behind
behind
Theo.
me
He was
and then was
starting
kind
his
of
run.
close. And then he started running, and I was like, what are you doing?
Oh, thank you, Destiny. Nice to see
What I was
another
trying
local
to
in
do is
coverage of this.
show, there you go. You can see how thick the brush is. Oh, hey, Destiny. Are you local to the case as well? Don't give me any details as to where local, just yes or no. I'm curious because I would love to talk to you. But you can kind of get an idea of just how thick the brush is. Those are the houses.
I'm going to talk in a second. I'm glad you paused.
Those are the houses. That's across from, there's a little river there that I was telling you guys before. But those are the houses. So that's how close they are. They're right there. And there's water on either side of me when I'm walking. Once again, LFT.
Wear my sunglasses at nighttime.
I was trying to get here. And I'll have to be a little more observant with the camera work that I am sucking at. But how thick the brush is. Wow, this is annoying.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like you just get a glimpse and then I didn't know it was like this.
I didn't know it was like this either until we watched it after the fact. It was not like this live real time. But y'all should be very gracious in a minute because when she gets in the car, ask her how many times she drops her phone. And so
You'll see that.
you get like,
This is
you'll
me
need a dream
turning
of me.
around. Let's see. Oh, this is me talking to the police. Can I get you a Gatorade, a water, anything? I was trying to be so conscious about not showing the police. This is driving down the street to the sober living area, which is like 3.5 blocks. It's really quite close. The sober living is where her boyfriend was apparently staying. And it is a straight shot. There's LFT again, in case you missed her. I will never zoom a recording it. There it is right there. That's the sober living house. That's just down the street. Yes, I'm actually 7 minutes close to Emerson. Oh, I told you don't tell me. Oh, you take your girls. Oh, I love that place. Oh, Destiny, we need to catch up because I'm not far from you. I am not far from you at all. I saw where she lived. I showed a picture of where she lived. She lived off of behind the Coles. Is where she, yeah. You're a guy. These places never scare you. Sober living should scare you, Risk. You got tons of street smarts. All right, good to know that if we're ever in a bind, we're safe with Risk. The rest is just me driving to her house, which I will not give you those directions, but LFT. LFT. It's not a far drive.
That's
Destiny, you'll know where that is if you know the area. Trail smarts. But yeah, tomorrow we're gonna go back and we're going to let me stop sharing because that's annoying right there. We're gonna go back and try and get some more film of the area. Hopefully I won't get arrested because the cops will think that I'm stalking the area. But it's small town. She was known around town. I do have people in common with her and some of her, I guess, family. I don't know. So we're going to try. I mean, we're going to be working this one. And like I said, just starting out today, Kate probably has more information than I do. Is there anything indicating that it was a guy or a girl that did it? Well, just curious, did you get an Amber Alert today? Yes, I did.
actually,
Yeah.
I heard that. Was that while you were live with Kate? Because I was like,
It was while I was live with Kate. Yes, I did.
I was like, is that weather or Amber?
It was Amber Alert. I did. I sure did. That's so yes. It doesn't say whether it was a guy or a girl, but it did. We have heard through the grapevine, and this is unconfirmed because her autopsy has not been released, and they're being very tight-lipped. I think what they're trying to do is, yes, she did have 5. She does have 5 kids. Does currently have 5 kids. Is that there was head trauma. So it sounds like it might be pretty brutal. Just that alone scares me. We're going to try and get a lot more information tomorrow. And I may even have company. I don't know. I don't want to advertise anything, but there's potential that someone else may be joining me tomorrow. Okay, LFT, cool. 5 kids, beautiful woman. She had a cleaning company that she worked at, whatever, that was her jam. She had a boyfriend of a very short period of time that I think everyone is kind of looking at sideways. Um, I haven't gone through his rap sheet yet, but will. Um, it's super easy to do all that stuff, so we'll be looking at that. I don't
Oh,
want to.
I have a question.
Okay, hold on one second. I don't want to accuse anything or accuse anyone of anything until we know more information. Um, I don't know. I mean, this is a weird one. And it's weird because when I saw her face, I said to LFT, this one's going to go. This one's going to be big because she's blonde hair. She's got blue eyes. She went missing in a nice area. I said, this one's going to go. And the next thing I know, I saw someone else covering it. And I was like, LFT, this is one we can actually do. We don't ever do local cases. We did one local case in North Carolina for her. I guess we did a couple unwillingly. But Lyric and Devin, we did a local case, North Carolina. And so I thought it was time that we did one here. I hope, my hope with this, and I want you guys to hold us accountable to this as well, is his name is Richard Tobin. But we don't know, again, like we're not going to accuse him of anything. He is merely the boyfriend. That's all we're going to say right now. If you side eye, you can side eye. I don't know. I don't know if police are I'm not sure. I don't know his alibi. I don't know anything about him yet, but we're going to be looking into it later on tonight as well. But I forgot what was I saying. Child support is it is a lot. What was I saying? I totally can't even remember what I was talking about when I got off track there. That was dumb. Well, whatever. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So, because this beautiful blonde-haired, blue-eyed, gorgeous woman went missing, and we also worked on the Carly Russell case, where she was a beautiful woman who faked her kidnapping. 69,000 African American women were missing during that time. And they don't get, nor do Indigenous women, get the publicity that a beautiful blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman does. So what I want to do in closing in each one of these, and I'm not going to do it tonight because I don't have information yet tonight, but I think what we should do is show another missing person from the area who isn't blonde-haired and blue-eyed, who needs attention too. And everyone, especially if you're a local, can watch out, look for, get information on, cover that case, whatever you want to do, share it on your Facebook post, whatever. But it's a good way to work on this case and also bring attention to other cases locally, nationwide. If you know of one where you have someone, let us know. We can share that information too. I think that's really important.
I think it's a really good idea. But I actually had a question. Don't let me forget that I had a question for you.
Okay, ask your question, because now I concluded what I was saying and I couldn't remember what it was.
My question was, do you or does anyone listening think that do y'all think that, what's your perspective on law enforcement right now, in terms of, it's not like they closed the area of the trail, you know what I mean? It's not,
they did, but they reopened it.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying, like it reminds me of like Brian Laundrie, remember, like they closed it, but then within a day or so it was back open.
Right.
Do you think that speaks to any potential leads that they may or may not have, where they don't think it's necessarily a public threat, that they can open up this public trail at this point?
You know, I think that's a really, really good question. And I can literally go down the middle on that one. I can go either way. I can say that they probably, um, no, they didn't say there was a danger to the public, but they have asked the public to be vigilant, and they've asked everyone that goes on the trail to have some form of mace or a whistle or something.
I
Um,
do, and I do think it's interesting that they've asked if anyone, not so maybe just to be like you said, to be diligent and aware, regardless, but nothing super specific. I think it's
mhm.
interesting that they've asked like if anyone was there around that time, if by chance y'all have photos, like a bit anything, if you can show us. I don't know if that means like if they're looking, if they're trying to see, they
I
have
would,
some knowledge of a potential
yeah,
scenario, do you know what I mean? And they're trying to
yeah.
see by any chance did anyone else capture this potential perpetrator or perpetrators without even knowing it. Because I just think the way that they're asking for the public's help, um, it's more like, hey, just anyone with videos. I don't know. I just
They did. They asked anybody that was there um, on Saturday if you had video of your time there, or people that live in the area, their security cameras, they're asking for them.
mm,
So part of me, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I think the police are slicker than snot, and they are 10 steps ahead of the general public, and they know what time it is. Um, there was a couple of cases that we worked on that we were like, they already know who it is. They're just not telling us.
mm-hmm,
This is one that I would like to say that they have a person in mind
mm-hmm.
that they're looking at. And then there's another part of me that's like, that place was so, I mean, they had so many local officers around, and they're the sheriff, not the Bel Air Police Department.
But they don't have it. It's not that area even
It's
where
not
she was
locked down.
found. Yeah, it's not locked down.
Mhm.
Where she was found is no longer locked down, and where she started her on the path of
Mhm.
getting on the trail. I mean, they have every option to lock that, at least good portions of it down if they were
It
still
was
looking for
definitely not
further
locked down,
evidence.
but
I'm inclined to think.
oh, you just cut out. I'm sorry.
Mm,
Um, local news was
Kelly was
there.
shocked I cut out.
Yeah, local news was there. So, and they came. I think they were filming down. Well, I don't know how old. I know one of the kids is 18, and they go down in age from there. So I don't know. Richard claimed to be with the kids when they were searching. So also,
Didn't
ladies,
that,
I don't want to give bad. I don't want to give bad advice, but don't let new men around your kids ever, unless you're gonna get married.
mhm.
Um, it just boyfriends and kids don't do it. Ouch, that was really loud, by the way. Careful. Um, I don't know. I don't know. This is one for the books. I definitely had goosebumps walking on the trail. Um, I had goosebumps around her house. That
Do
was,
you
I
think
mean,
do you think it's weird that what they had so they had been at the gym, alleged potentially been at the gym. She and
mhm.
Tobin had gone to the gym, and then he said what he dropped her off around 4:50, and then
Yes.
so once they finished their workout, then she went to work out even more.
Well, I mean, we don't know if she was going to work out, if she was going for a walk to clear her head. We don't, I mean, if you haven't seen her, she doesn't look like someone who sat around very often. I mean, she was in fantastic shape. So it may not be weird for her. Or if there was some kind of disagreement and she was going to clear her head, I don't know.
That's actually really true. Not knowing her like typical
We don't have a
like
baseline on
routine
her.
or yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have a baseline on her. So, uh, without any knowledge of that, do I think it's weird? No. If she were 250 pounds, yeah, I'd be like, this girl ain't out. What? What? But she was slim, trim, and pretty buff. So I don't think she sat around often.
Are you seeing or hearing a lot of rumors or like
Yes.
speculation in like locally?
Yes. Yes. But here's the thing, and I'm learning because we all know that Dia doesn't play well with others in Facebook groups. So go ahead, LFT told them the rules and parameters I'm allowed to follow.
She can look, she can't type. I
I
mean, that's all
can't
there.
type.
I don't like ever like
I'm not allowed to
don't
be in
just
there.
leave it. I know
Don't.
it's easy,
Mm-hmm.
but for everyone you don't type, you get $1.
Do you know how many stupid people cluster in Facebook groups? Do you know how many people try and start rumors and shit in Facebook groups? That is like the bane of my existence. I need to stop it. My superhero power is going in Facebook groups and fighting with people going, that is not true. Where is your fact? We need facts here. The rumors and speculation are crazy, aren't they? They really
Mm-hmm.
are. I just heard today that supposedly they are looking at someone from a local bar. Again, like, I don't want to put anything like that out until, speculation, Your Honor. We don't want to talk about anything until we know. I know where she lived. I know she has 5 kids. I know where she was found. I talked to the police today. I talked to the news today. Everyone's very tight-lipped. To be fair, the news gave me more information than the police. When I asked her questions, she was like, "Oh yeah, it's over here." Da, 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 But she didn't know any more than I did. She was asking me, "What do you
But
know?"
wait, so how far away? What's the approximate distance
Half a
between?
mile.
Okay, so where she parked and allegedly entered the trail or started, from where
Yeah,
her car was parked to where she was found was about a half. Okay.
little over half a mile. Yeah.
And so
Um,
she was gone. So she goes around what last seen around 6 p.m. People say because I think some people have said like, wait a minute, I
6:30.
literally
Yeah,
saw her. I saw her
that's what they
entering.
claim. There are people that think they saw her. Um, like I said, there's apartments right there, so I'm guessing there's probably some security camera, some security footage, right?
Well, if there aren't, there are in the coming weeks. I can pretty much assure you
People said
that.
that they know, and I'm gonna look tomorrow. They saw specific cameras on the trail. I cannot confirm that. I've heard that they have cameras there, but I cannot confirm it 100% until I go and look. Um, yeah, I don't. My hope is that they do have cameras, and that's why they're being so tight-lipped, because they do have someone in mind, or they have a license plate, or something.
Hmm.
The other thing is, this backs up to so many properties that someone could have parked in one of the neighborhoods close by and gone that way. So it's important that those people check their cameras, etc., as well, or if anyone saw anything. I just hope it wasn't a consistent thing at 6:30 every night. I know. I know. Um, like I said, she was dropped off at 4:50 and she lives 3 miles away. So she was home for an hour before she left. And then she drove over to the trail and went for a walk and was
So,
not seen alive again.
so that's what I'm saying. The fact that my guess is that say, I think, at least in terms of the reports right now, they have the approximate time that at least someone last saw her in that area was what,
Yeah.
around the trail was around 6 o'clock p.m.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that leads me to believe potentially something happened maybe shortly thereafter, because I have no doubt that you would have people on that trail, even wrapping up their run or walk, or and heading back to their cars, say by like, 7, when it's starting, like now, like, okay, it's time, like we're going home, I'm
I would say
hungry.
8 o'clock.
Yeah, but getting darker. And the fact that maybe as of now, we don't know of anyone reporting seeing anything, after around the 6 o'clock hour. I just think it's kind of interesting.
Wheel. How the hell did I miss this check notifications 4 times today? Oh, we're happy you're here, boss man. We are happy you are here. We're talking about Rachel Morin tonight. We're actually going to be talking about Dustin Bowen with Wheel B um, in the coming days. I don't know when that's going to happen. We sent him over our information, so the boss man's looking at it. He's got some questions to answer, and hopefully we'll bring more light on that case.
Yes, it's in depth. Well, getting into that in depth research and discussion phase.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, it's that Dustin Bowen's case. While we're on the subject, we'll just give you a brief one on that one. Dustin is a friend of Wheel B. He is a close family friend, and he went missing this time last year. He was from North
24.
Carolina, went to West Virginia to visit friends and family. During the time while in West Virginia, wound up getting arrested and put in jail at the Southern Regional Jail, and was incarcerated for about 60 days, released without anyone notifying his family. Dustin suffered from schizophrenia and bipolar. And what?
The day he released is also the day he was released was also the day he was last seen.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. So he was missing for 27 days. Presumed deceased for 27 days out in kind of the wooded area of West Virginia. And a very sad story there, in the sense that he was not cared for in the jail system the way he should have been. There's lawsuits being brought forward, and we're just going to cover the case. We're just going to, start from beginning and go through with Wheel and just kind of cover this. We just want to bring awareness to the situation that's happening down there with the Department of Corrections and that shitty ass jail, which, I mean, there's no great jail. I understand that. But I mean, particularly this jail has had a lot of lawsuits, hot of lawsuits.
I've read way too much of that, the 89-page PDF recently. But I did want to say, while Wheel's in here, I was listening to Gigi on, what is it, True Crime, and what lies and
Pretty Lies and Alibis.
And Alibis, thank you. And she was it was about talking about Lori Vallow stuff, but some of the things they were referencing in terms of treatment within the correctional system, it was so interesting to hear some thoughts in terms of uh, uh, anyone with like a disability, be it disability, a physical disability, mental issues. So much of it resonated and could apply to the whole Dustin thing. I don't know if you follow her, but there were just two recent lives where she's got communication from someone who is in prison and excuse me, is giving their perspective on what they've experienced, how it's affected them, and what they witnessed. And the help thing comes up numerous times.
Yeah. Will put this really, really well. Tragic story of our mental health service problem in America. Um, let us not let this happen again and advocate for mental health. Well put. And yes, that's exactly what we want to do. I was told the National Guard has control of that prison. Wow. That's not confirmed, but potentially the National Guard is in control of that prison. It's such a shitty place. Um, I say that I actually have pictures of the inside of that place, and it is vile, absolutely vile. Don't commit crimes in that area. That's all I can tell you. You will not be going to any posh places. That's disgusting.
It'd be
And
like wet cement floors.
with no cot, I mean, it's subhuman treatment, is what it is. It is subhuman treatment of humans. And a lot of them are emotionally and mentally disturbed individuals who need to continue their medications and we're not. And then they're shoved into a room that's so small, but there's 150 of them naked running around. It just, none of that sounds good to me. None of that sounds good. None of that sounds like rehabilitation. All of that sounds like a nightmare. And I don't know. Welcome, Ava. Hi to your puppy. But back to Rachel. We're going to try and do some more tomorrow. Probably going to do a little tonight, I would think. Probably not much, though. I'm damn tired today. But we're going to have more information on Rachel tomorrow. Definitely more film footage, pictures of the area, maybe some interviews with some local people around if they're willing to talk, if they're willing to give us any information. But we're just going to be deep diving this one. We're doing this. We're working on Dustin Bowen, and we're also still, because I will never give up Menendez, we're all still working on the Menendez brothers case as well. I'm sure that they're going to get a new trial here. Oh God, I know. Ugh. The Wheel. Did you see the pictures I sent you of the inside of that place from the lawsuit? I want to see those too. Okay, good. Awesome, Wheel. That's awesome. Her testimony: the state system has money, but not really utilizing the funds appropriately. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
look at that. LFT, tell us more.
I don't know if anything is ever said next, like to my name, and it says if it is over 500,000 or has an M next to it or a B, then y'all have every right to come after me and be like, "What's your problem? We got to talk about your finances and why the hell can't you figure this shit out?" I was surprised by the numbers that in terms of the budget surplus, the amount that they have in terms of deferred maintenance available that they haven't utilized. It's not, they don't have $7,000. They have couple million. Now, granted, that does apply, I'm assuming, to the state of West Virginia itself and the Department of Corrections. However, when you have a jail that is a consistent candidate for a lawsuit and has had, like, they testify, not only do they, it's under, like, the staff is they're understaffed. And by the way, in 2021, they gave a report by March of 2022 when they're doing testimony at the legislature. They also say things have also gotten worse since we spoke in December. So I don't know. Yes, let's definitely chat though if anyone's up to it. But I'm so intrigued with, well, I will be with Menendez when we talk about it like face to face and do that kind of stuff again.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but this the Bowen obviously, but then this case now and the Lindsay Shiver one, Lindsay
Yes.
and Robert. I am so intrigued on that one. By the way, she was released on bail, I think
Was she?
yesterday, but then she's seen going back into the jail though because I don't think they have the housing situation, everything solidified yet.
Oh, that would be
No, she was released,
so.
but then like there's
So
a
they
picture of her
released her.
coming
They had to
back
put her
off the
back because
bus.
she didn't have a house.
Wait, hold on. Tell me if it breaks up some switch. I took screenshots of it. Hold on. All right, she was she was set to be released on $100,000 bail on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so she was set to be released on Tuesday, and then it goes on in the article. It says posting bail on Friday, Lindsay Shiver, who must stay in the Bahamas ahead of her trial, which will take place on October 5th, was set to be released on Tuesday. She had to return to prison
Oh,
because she had not provided the judge with a local address as required. She is now
that's a
set to be
crushing blow.
now she's hoping to be released tomorrow. But basically they didn't the logistics for her to meet the requirements had not been finalized yet. So upon like she went back, yeah, had to like there's a picture of her getting off the bus. She looks pretty much the same she did walking through the airport. But yeah,
Jeez. That's like, here's some fresh air. Psych. No, you can't
and,
have any of that.
and she's like, and yet the Cabana boy and his friend are out, posted their bails. So
Did you
theirs was
see this?
less
West
expensive than
Virginia has
hers.
over $1 billion in surplus.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Holy
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, it's in the
cow.
billions. I'm, it's in our yeah. Oh yeah, trust me.
Oh,
That's what I was thinking because I was like, and I do understand that it applies to more than one correctional facility. But when you've got one that in early 2021 or what was it by late 2021, which is why they had to act. Like I think the governor released a statement. That's why the governor had Department of Homeland Security start
yes.
their investigation was because word of if I remember correctly, per the PDF, it's that word of the deplorable
Conditions.
conditions and potentially treatment had spread so far through southern West
Southern Regional Jail.
Virginia
Oh,
that
I'm sorry.
no, literally throughout southern West Virginia
Gotcha.
about that jail. Like
Gotcha.
it was getting so much attention that that's why the governor addressed it, and Governor Justice addressed it and asked Cabinet Secretary Sandy of the DOH to do the investigation. So they knew like this was coming. So,
Right.
but also just for the record too, he also donated 10 million to a baseball field to his alma
Because, right.
mater during this
Right.
time from the fund.
Sure.
Oh my gosh, could I be any more ADD? Let's see how many different cases. Yeah, it's crazy.
You want to talk Murdoch now? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh, that's not y'all. The book is out from Miss Hill,
I know. I know.
who
The court
Gigi,
reporter that
yes,
announced.
they refer to her as what, mother of the court, because
She's the one who announced the verdict. You know her voice when you hear her. There were only a few honest guys working
she's the one
there.
that walked out on the balcony
Yeah.
at the end.
Um,
He did. Oh, Alec did get denied today. I think Harpootlian, and they had filed to have basically his testimony in terms of, I believe the financial, everything that he said during his trial about like the financial crime and stuff. He wanted to have that basically amended or just have that be null and void at this
right.
point. I believe today they ruled, or late yesterday. It was either late yesterday or today. Nope. No,
No dice. You can't
not
do
happening.
that.
Yeah, not happening. So I do know that.
All right. Well, we're going to end this because it looks like we need to have another team meeting with our boss man after and work on some things for Dustin. Tomorrow we'll be looking at some things for Rachel. Probably Rachel and Lindsay simultaneously, if we can.
Yeah, I can kind of keep an. I think the only thing I have to focus on is whatever we're recording. I just have to mute myself and be quiet.
I just have to. There's so like I don't want to confuse cases.
Or
Usually
I'm
we
not.
work
Or
on.
Tia's gonna go do all this and then call me after and be like, "So just so you know, I just went to do it." And I'm gonna be like, "What?" And she's like, "I couldn't. The leash didn't work. You talked too much. I just didn't even. I didn't even include you in it." And I'm gonna be a little PO'd, but
Yeah, no, I can't.
totally.
I'm not allowed to do that. I'm not allowed to do
I mean,
that.
no, you could, um, that's the only thing I will say. I don't at all want to mess up.
No,
Um,
we usually do one case at a time, and we have 4 in the hopper. So we just need to make sure that one of us is focused and paying
it's fine.
attention.
I'm not ADD at all.
I know, me neither. Who's got the Adderall? What?
I have no idea. Is it in the water yet? I've heard that they thought about putting it in water.
Great. Let me get to that location. I need that. All right, you guys. Well, I hope everyone has a good night. Thank you for popping into our live little research session here, talking about Rachel and
Oh,
Dustin.
please check out Tia was on with Kate Does Crime earlier today. I would drop the link, but I just spilled something all over me. And they were mapping out some stuff too that was I think they've edited it since that discussion
Yeah.
earlier, but it was a good live just for some general information if you want a better idea.
Aussie.
So check out Kate Does Crime.
Yeah, I just dropped her link in there. If you don't know, you guys have done a great job. Oh, thanks, Wheel. Like I said, we want to make you proud. We really want to make you proud. You brought this to our doorstep, and now we just want to make you proud. We want to make the family proud, and we're doing this for Justin, for Dustin. I don't know who Justin is, but I know who Dustin is.
I don't know. Did you know who Derek was? Or wait, what was it?
Derek.
Well,
It
no,
was always Derek.
No, I was going Derek and Levin, and we were like
Derek and Levin.
God.
Lyric and Devin, or Derek if you're me, because I would just say let's just work on Derek because I couldn't get straight. But yeah, Will, if you want to give us a call after the live, we're here and ready for you. You guys have a great night. We'll be back in the next day or so discussing all of the things. If you have any information and you want to get in touch with us, our email is decipherpodcast1@gmail.com. Please feel free to email us. We have a Facebook group. If you're not in it, please join. It is in our links. We would love to have you in there. Like I said, if you're local and you would like to discuss the case, we'd love to hear from you. I hope you guys have a great night. Please go to your favorite creator, like a bunch of their videos, give them a thumbs up, leave a nice comment, and just pay it forward, as LFT says. I hope you guys have a great night, and we will catch up with you soon. Thanks for joining us.
Much. Bye, y'all.
Bye.